Hello, everyone, and welcome to this episode of Equip for Success. I'm Michael Norton. I'll be your host today. What's really fascinating is DENTALEZ has been a brand that has been a true pioneer of dental equipment for over 100 years, and it continues to bring vision and innovation to our dental industry. And so it's really exciting today to have as my special guest, Heather Tremblay, who's the president and COO for DENTALEZ, and Neil McCaffrey, who's the Vice President for Commercial Operations for DENTALEZ. It's great to have you both on the program.
Thank you, Michael.
Thank you.
Yeah, so, we were talking a little bit offline here, Heather, about our first encounter. It's been 7 years now. I can't believe that you've been with DENTALEZ. Is that crazy or what?
Crazy. And time flies, and the amount of change we've undergone, as well as the industry, it's really amazing in 7 years.
Yeah, it is. And I remember that meeting and leaving that meeting thinking, oh my goodness, Heather has got a commitment and a focus to keep DENTALEZ not only relevant, but a leader for the next 100 years.
Yeah.
And so let's talk a little bit about under your tenure of 7 years there. Tell me, what are some of the changes and advancements you're most excited about?
Well, thank you, Michael, for having us on. Let me just say this. That meeting we had way back when is really what I am most proud of, and that is we restarted listening to our customers. And our customers and stakeholders obviously include our dealer partners. They include service technicians. They include the doctors, office staff. For our case, dental schools, academicians. We have a whole host of people we serve, and by really listening and going out that first year and instilling that culture into our company to understand what our customers are asking for, or more importantly, what are their pain points, we came out with the realization, a thematic element, that no matter who you ask, the biggest issue people face are time constraints, time challenges, and the amount of work to do. So we set ourselves on a mission, and that's sort of the fundamental two changes I'm most proud of at DENTALEZ. We fundamentally set out to change ourselves internally and become a company easier to do business with. And we fundamentally decided to change our product portfolio and focus on innovation that was around the simplification and more efficiency in the practice of dentistry. So we are really starting to live our mission and focus every effort we have on technology, proven technology that makes it simpler and easier to do dentistry so that people can focus on the patient outcomes and the dentist doesn't have to worry about the myriad of equipment around him or herself.
Heather, I can see that, and it's evident in the last 7 years that that's really played out for you. Let's talk, though, during that 7 years, you and I have both watched this industry certainly change. It seems like it's changing very rapidly. As you look into the future of dentistry and the future of DENTALEZ, what gets you excited? I mean, where are the opportunities going forward?
So I'm really glad you asked. This is my personal passion. And this is something I've really brought to DENTALEZ. So I came from healthcare and med device space long before entering dental 7 years ago. And that time in med device and general healthcare has really shaped my thinking on a number of matters. We all know in dental that people are discovering clinical linkages every day, and more strong linkages between oral healthcare and overall healthcare. But the fundamental opportunity I see is that while clinicians and studies are happening, I'm not sure every day, every one of us in dental thinks about dentistry as part of healthcare. And so from my med device background, look at what data and analytics has done around personalized healthcare, around individual healthcare, around genome testing, and all the advancements that have been made because of data and analytics in individual healthcare. Well, the opportunity for us at DENTALEZ is taking that data and analytics that we're already working on with our smart technology and applying that so that ultimately we too can help apply that data and analytics in the practice of dentistry and be even stronger linkage to the overall healthcare and of course, the patient outcome.
Yeah, we're certainly seeing data become more and more critical to all industries, right? Neil, obviously in our industry, we're starting to see that emerge as well. Machine learning, the intelligence of that, IoT, the Internet of Things, is coming into playing a key role in our industry as well, in the equipment that's out there in the space. Tell us a little bit about how DENTALEZ has integrated the Internet of Things into two very well-known brands, very well-respected brands, Star and Ramback.
Absolutely. I mean, this is all very relevant, when you consider what's happening, in the area of dental practices and how they're scaling, particularly in North America, right? And the opportunities from IoT enabled solutions, it grows every single day, and we're seeing more and more about those opportunities. And right now, I can say that today we have solutions available in Ramback and Star that are ready to go, that are turnkey, and that can help leverage and create this data, and for both our service partners and end users to derive value from our Aris platform. It really, when you think about the utility room, you think about Ramvac, and it's got a really solid history of being ultra reliable, which is what you want in the back room, right? But now we've enabled, through a really slick interface, the ability for a service organization to monitor real time, 24/7, through our cloud-based system, up to thousands of utility rooms simultaneously. The algorithms that we're able to employ, bringing actionable information into very visible space on our web application, and it has zero geographic boundaries, right? Like all things data. And it's really allowed us to move beyond avoiding service disruptions, which affect patient outcomes, that affects their day, which of course can also affect the profitability of a practice. And certainly asset management is another interesting area, and we'll talk a little bit more about our Star handpieces with the Aris technology on board.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's talk about that right now. These Star handpieces, you've just now put some really cool technology into them. What does that allow, the practice to benefit from having that technology in there?
Yeah, I mean, it really gives the ability to measure and ensure, high dollar inventory investments are converting to revenue at the highest level, right? It's taking data and really applying it in a way to operate your business more profitably. We've embedded RFID in all of our Aris handpieces, right? And what this allows is it starts to, in combination with a reader system that we also offer, it allows you to start to gather that data and to see activity. And some of the benefits of that, they're certainly expanding from the academic space and the institutional space, where you've got hundreds of operatories operating simultaneously, into these growing scaled practices, and it's so relevant. And it really helps them transition their business practices into the modern era, right? And you see this on the healthcare side with inventory management and really asset tracking, because now what it gives is, for, let's say you're operating multiple practices, the end users can really start to see the level of activity based on their inventory. And we use handpieces as an example, but this can be, with our system, we can help partner with our NDC partners to offer and expand beyond handpieces today, and really allows them to transition into real-time asset activity, what's driving profitability for them, what is sitting around collecting dust. And we know that this happens in a single office, right? But whenever you multiply this across 10, 20, 100 plus locations, the impact is substantial, and it quickly outpaces the upfront investment for this type of a system.
So Neil, if I can just jump in and make a point here, Michael. So the thing about it is, in terms of RFID and what we're doing at Star handpieces, if we just think about our mission is to really take proven technology like RFID, and how can we make it simpler and more efficient? Well, just imagine even the simplification of being able to automate and track the sterilization of that given handpiece because you've got it right there, no manual transcription. It's right there. It can be populated in your system, called out. I mean, just everyday tasks that get in the way of the value added patient experience, we can make simpler. And I think that's part of what's exciting about our Ramvac, our Star, and other products to come is that laser focus on making it simpler and easier to practice dentistry.
Yeah, I love that. It's almost like you got an EKG monitor on the heart of the dental practice, right? We all know when that goes down, practice goes down. And the fact that you can anticipate and track and better monitor the performance of the heart of a practice. And then at the other far extreme end, the number one tool used in the dental practice.
That's right.
So you got the heart pumping the blood, and you got the end result of what's going on there, and you've put technology at both ends that are really going to empower dental practices to be more successful and understand the performance of their practice in general.
Spot on.
Yeah, fabulous. With regards, Neil, to the Internet of Things, is there anything else around that topic as it pertains to maybe the NDC channel partner? What's the benefits to them putting this technology out there, right? Representing this technology to the practices that they call on and getting them using it. How does it benefit them at the end of the day?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty simply put. Adopting any of our ERA solutions really puts our dealer partners in the driver's seat, and working with their clients to provide better service and differentiate themselves with the latest solutions, right? And we've talked already about this trend. It continues to accelerate. And others that are slower to adopt, they can take be ahead above, and really bring this into the market and help accelerate the adoption, certainly in the commercial side.
Awesome. Well, let's pivot for a minute here and let's talk a little bit about maybe what the advantage would be to a NDC dealer to bring into their inventory an Aris dual voltage compressor. You've got a thought on that and why they would want to do that, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, it just goes back to what Heather was saying, right? Dual voltage means that now you can have a single compressor unit on the shelf in a service branch location. It works on both 115 and 230 volt circuits. So you don't have to manage two different models depending on the electrical requirements, right? So it saves inventory space, and the versatility helps solve their clients' needs faster and more efficiently.
Yeah, so basically at the end of the day, when something goes down, you've got a solution that's going to work, right?
Yep.
To help
Yep.
them get back up and running as quickly as possible. Love it.
And yeah, I mean, with this unit, and this is going to be expanded throughout our line. It is also lighter. It has a smaller footprint, and it's substantially quieter, and it carries the Ramvac name, so it's durable and very wise investment, for our NDC partner clients. And we recognize that the utility rooms, right? They're not getting any larger, and these guys are faced with incredible challenges out there. And all of these enhancements come from our voice of customer data. And they can expect more of this soon as we continue to innovate and ramp back.
I love the sound of it being quieter, pun intended. I know how crazy it is to be in a dental practice where you can hear the mechanical room and you're trying to have a conversation with the patient. That's awesome. Well, as we begin to wrap this conversation up, which has been an awesome conversation, is there anything else that you'd like to share with your NDC partners?
Just there's a multitude of ways of connecting with us and partnering with us. During the pandemic, we've expanded our customer outreach via all of our social channels. Everything is available through dentaleze.com. We're active on Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook platforms. We've done things like we've transitioned our technical training courses into a virtual format. It's actually a live virtual format, which has been very popular because traveling these days isn't what it used to be, and we've all become more accustomed to the technology tools that are available to us. So again, it's just simpler, more efficient, And really, we really encourage, our partners to reach out with us. We could customize and talk with them about those types of solutions that are specific for their clients.
Awesome. Heather, final word?
I think Neil summed it up. We are really rethinking everything about our business with the focus on being simpler and easier products, services, virtual training, and for our NDC partners that also have time challenges, resource constraints. I think DENTALEZ is aligned, and we want to continue to hear what your needs are, and we want to continue to find those pain points, and we want to continue to fulfill and meet those needs and challenges you have. So we're really happy to have had you talk to us, Michael.
Hey, it's been my pleasure. Honestly, this has been a fantastic conversation. I know that our NDC friends are going to find a lot of value in this. If you haven't seen recently some of these new innovations that DENTALEZ is doing and bringing to market, take the time to jump on their website, learn more about it, pull their rep in, have them come in and do a little learning with your sales team. I highly encourage you to learn what they're doing here. Heather, Neil, thank you so much for joining us on Equip for Success.
Thank
you, Michael.
All right, and we'll see everybody next time. Thank you so much.